We've been dealing with this for almost 3 years in this city. As a council person, I'm tired of dealing with it.
Well, folks in Springfield's University Heights neighborhood and a developer were expecting to hear a final vote on a proposed rezoning of the corner of National and Sunshine tonight, but now they'll have to wait a little bit longer. Ozark's first Parker Paget live for us in Springfield. And Parker, why was no final vote actually taken tonight on this issue?
Yeah, Councilman Bruce Adib Yazdi made a motion to move the issue back to planning and zoning. It's something the developer requested 2 weeks ago because the developer wanted to make sure a hotel was an approved use of the proposed zoning. Now, that motion did pass, but it was met with criticism.
In that use is not listed in the conditional overlay district, that would not be possible for the applicant, and so I did not want to put them in a position of not having that opportunity.
Springfield City Council has voted to send a rezoning bill regarding a potential development at National and Sunshine back to planning and zoning.
At this point, relative to this particular item, I'd like to consider remanding it back.
The move was met with criticism, mainly by Councilman Craig Hosmer.
Maybe somebody should take a message from that you're not going to just be able to make a zoning change when you don't know what you're going to build, when you have no plan, when you're not even going to be the final developer. This is not a good way to do business in the city of Springfield.
The plans have been in limbo for around 3.5 years as developer BK&M have gone back and forth with neighbors in University Heights.
I think the corner of Sunshine and National is too important to leave to just the whims of a developer that's not even going to develop it. And so I think, again, I think this is bad. A bad way to make public policy.
Chris Wynn, who was at the meeting representing BK&M, says he's glad to see the issue moved back.
We currently are requesting a hotel can be an allowable use with a conditional use permit.
He says Hosmer's comments are true. People are tired of the back and forth.
I think the neighborhood's tired of it as well. I think that the developers tired of it. But at the end of the day, I think that the corner of Sunshine and National, being the second busiest intersection in the city of Springfield, is warranted for development, something other than single-family residential use.
I reached out to the president of the University Heights Neighborhood Association after that vote for comment, but have not received a response. I did speak to a resident of that neighborhood outside the meeting after the vote. They tell me off camera that they were disappointed. They were kind of expecting a similar proposal this evening, but they did appreciate Councilman Hosmer's comments. Wynn tells me it could be December before City Council sees this proposal again. Reporting live in Springfield, Parker Paget, Ozarks First.